anybody see what's the difference with this flag and the one that's in our classrooms? Like the ones outside.
There's one out there.
That's right, there are 48 stars. Does anybody know why?
What do you think the children, how do you think they responded to you?
Any question I asked, immediately there were all the hands up in the air wanting to answer it.
And then they stood up?
Yes, stood to the right of the desk.
That's right, exactly.
Have to keep reminding them, but they were really good with it.
Yes. So that's why I want you here. But anyway, you all do a fabulous job for us in that aspect. We also have a couple of other classes that are going to be coming here too, I would imagine, again next year. We have the education class. Now they actually have written some programs for us, which are being implemented this summer and this fall, specialized just for the school. And this is an ongoing thing that is just wonderful because every year, and they come back every whatever term, they will be getting new programs to us, and the children won't be bored. Every year it'll be a new thing. And this is so awesome because these schools come back year after year after year.
My project was at the Old Navy Museum School, and I had to do an activity with the kids from 4th grades. And this is how I present myself to them when I got there to do my activity. Give me 2 seconds. Hello, I'm Dennis. You guys can call me Mr. D. And this guy is Albert, so be careful. He bites.
Excellent, excellent. What were you doing at the Old Navy Schoolhouse? You said you were working with 4th graders.
We have the opportunity to do an activity. And my activity, the activity that I chose was with the animals that they had in the Old Navy School. That was from 1918. So the activity that I chose was for the kids, for the students to describe those animals that they were in the museum.
This is one of the few boards we created, and it reads "Spend Your Money." And it basically, what we did was create, we had in the middle was blank, and we had people put stickers where they wanted their money to be spent. So most people wanted their money to go towards schools. So they want to participate in the census so that we could have more schools in the area. Because, you know, we have more Hispanics now, mostly blacks and Hispanics now, so we need more schools to educate the population so that lessens overcrowding and so on.
I looked up a lot of statistics and gathered with the group so that we could come out with a spreadsheet and show everyone how it's broken down. Each one of those stickers resembles about $1,400 per person. So what we did as a class is we basically set up a bunch of different booth areas to aware each and every part of the form and show them how them filling it out really does affect how money is distributed.
You said that each dot there represents, or everyone who is counted in the census represents dollars that go to the community. How are your awareness, the activities you did, how is that awareness going to help this community?
That will help them. By us doing the Census Day, this will help them to know that they can make a difference. They can help their community and build it and create more schools, highways, roads, and housing. So they know that they have an impact and it is in their hands.
Do you think it made a difference with the being attached to a course? Being an integral part of the course?
Yeah, I think so, in the sense that, one, you get to learn more about your classmates and work together as a team, and you basically get to understand some aspects of the class, of the course, better after doing volunteer service that relates to it. Like, we now understand the importance of statistics, and we could see, okay, the difference between the statistics in 2000 and the difference between 2010. So it just made everything much clearer.
So here we have a model of one section of Earth. And we have some houses and some roads and stuff here. And one of our main pollutions these days would be exhaust fumes coming from cars and big old engines and stuff like that. So here we have a bottle of exhaust fumes. This would be some oil and some gasoline to be dripping out of your cars. The most common place for that to be found would be up and down the streets. So we got plenty of that laying around. And we also have here some fertilizer, because everybody likes some nice green grass, and fertilizer isn't necessarily good for the environment as people would expect it to be. So there we got a bunch of fertilizers. And over here in the corner, we've got a factory. And factories, everybody knows, gives off some nasty fumes. They smell really funky, all that good stuff.
And it gets all over the place. And so, after all the pollution, the rain comes. Where do you think all the pollution goes? Right into the ocean. And so what happens to the life in the ocean? Over here you can see how the ocean is turning dark and mucky from all the gas, the oils, the fumes, the fertilizer.
And here you can see that the ocean is really nasty. Really, really nasty. Not good for the fish.
And let's see, we were table 1, so we were in charge of the coral here. So we were explaining everyone the different types of coral that we have here on display. And on these very advanced high-tech microscopes, we were showing them up close what the coral and the polyps and maybe what the plankton and some of the other reef animals look like up close. Here we have what kind of coral?
A tree coral, and my name's Lauren.
All right, how about over here? What kind of coral is this?
A barnacle, sometimes it goes on whales, but it sticks to anything it touches, and my name's Jenna.
Okay, good job. Okay, and what do you have in your hand?
I have a sponge coral, my name's Brittany.
Okay, what about you? What kind of coral?
I have a brain coral, my name's Alana.
Okay. No? Fan coral. Fan. What kind of coral do you have?
A fat
Fan.
A fan coral.
Fan coral, you were close. Good job, good job. What's your name?
And my name's Chloe.
What kind of coral do you got?
Spine coral, and my name's Rachel.
Okay, show it up. So he's got spine coral there. I think that's all the kinds of coral. Yep, so it looks like everyone learned something new here.
Would you recommend service learning to other students?
Absolutely. It's a great experience.
And you had done it in a speech class.
Yes.
What other classes do you think would be good classes for service learning opportunities?
I think any class you can apply service learning to, because every subject of courses in class are going to have something to do with the real world. So every class should have a service learning.
What do you think? Do you think it's different having a service learning component to a class versus a regular class?
Yes.
Why?
It makes it more fun, because you go to class and you have your schoolwork and you have the research and you have the papers to write, and it's just a regular class. And then with service learning, you just get more out of it. I'm excited to go to the Old Davie Schoolhouse and learn about the classrooms, about every other room, getting the information together, and doing it for the other kids so they can learn about it also. And it's just a lot more fun to do than I would rather do this than a paper any day.